The Blind Community Thrift Store radio reading service will begin shortly. We will be reading local news from around the Southwest Missouri area, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. on YouTube, KSMU, and on the Audio Reader Network at Kansas University. For more information, please visit us at www.blindcommunitythriftstore.com. Please stay tuned as our broadcast will start soon. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe on our YouTube channel now. At Blind Community Thrift Store on YouTube, and more info about this radio reading service, Navalins, and the Blind Community Thrift Store at www.blindcommunitythriftstore.com. The Blind Community Thrift Store radio reading service will begin shortly. We will be reading local news from around the Southwest Missouri area, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. on YouTube, KSMU, and on the Audio Reader Network at Kansas University. For more information, please visit us at www.blindcommunitythriftstore.com. Please stay tuned as our broadcast will start soon. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe on our YouTube channel now. At Blind Community Thrift Store on YouTube, and more info about this radio reading service, Navalins, and the Blind Community Thrift Store at www.blindcommunitythriftstore.com. The Blind Community Thrift Store radio reading service will begin shortly. We will be reading local news from around the Southwest Missouri area, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. on YouTube, KSMU, and on the Audio Reader Network at Kansas University. For more information, please visit us at www.blindcommunitythriftstore.com. Please stay tuned as our broadcast will start soon. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe on our YouTube channel now. At Blind Community Thrift Store on YouTube, and more info about this radio reading service, Navalins, and the Blind Community Thrift Store at www.blindcommunitythriftstore.com. The Blind Community Thrift Store radio reading service will begin shortly. We will be reading local news from around the Southwest Missouri area, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. on YouTube, KSMU, and on the Audio Reader Network at Kansas University. For more information, please visit us at www.blindcommunitythriftstore.com. Please stay tuned as our broadcast will start soon. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe on our YouTube channel now. At Blind Community Thrift Store on YouTube, and more info about this radio reading service, Navalins, and the Blind Community Thrift Store at www.blindcommunitythriftstore.com. The Blind Community Thrift Store radio reading service will begin shortly.
Because I know you can find those really fast.
The time is 10 a.m.
Alright, do you want to read the intro or me?
You do it.
Thank you for tuning in to the Blind Community Thrift Store radio reading service. My name is Savannah, and I'm here with Madison. Hey, we invite you to listen to our broadcast both live and on demand. Our live sessions are available on the Blind Community Thrift Store YouTube channel, Monday to Friday between 10 a.m. and 12 p.m. each week. Additionally, you can access on-demand content through the Audio Reader Network, which offers a wide range of audio materials for the visually impaired community. To explore content from the Audio Reader Network, please visit www.reader.ku.edu. The site provides details about accessing content via Amazon Alexa, Audio Reader Network, mobile app, and information on receiving a radio to listen to the broadcast by KSMU Radio. All broadcasts are available on KSMU's subcarrier airwaves at 67 kHz on 91.1 from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Contact Audio Reader Network for information on receiving a pre-programmed radio. First up, Madison.
let's just say, this one is from Check-A-Day Friday, and first article is.
They can't hear you when you whisper. You gotta say it. I know what you're trying to do, but they can't hear you.
Reason why I did that is because this is from checkaday.com. Today is International ASMR Day, also known as Autonomous Sensory
Meridian Response Day.
That's what ASMR stands for?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was trying to do. You know.
I understand. We just can't hear it.
I got it. All right. There's not really that much to say on checkaday.com for International ASMR Day. There's not much to say, but what it does say, it has been observed annually since April 9th in 2012. And it was founded by Kelly M.S. Autumn Red on March 9th of 2012. You know what? Yeah, do you want me to read the next article,
yes,
since that one was short?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry about that one, guys. Short article. Next article I'm going to read is featured biography from Britannica, the website Britannica, right?
Mm-hmm.
It features a Danish architect named Horon Utzon. I am so sorry if I mispronounced it. I can't see a picture of the person, but oh my gosh, what is that architect? I know it's from Sydney. What is it?
It's okay.
Oh, the Opera House
Mm-hmm.
from Sydney, Australia. He was born on April 9th of 1918 in Denmark, but he died aged 90 on November 29th of 2008. It doesn't say much about him either. This was a weird start.
It's okay. It's okay. We're okay. From the Springfield Daily Citizen, Springfield voters once again reject hotel tax increase. Convention center project likely dead. The second vote on the measure in 5 months failed by a wider margin than in November's election. Article written by Jack McGee. The article starts with a preliminary rendering of the proposed convention and event center provided by the city of Springfield. This is the projected possible look of the new convention center had it gotten its funding. For the second time in 5 months, Springfield voters on Tuesday, April 7th, rejected a 3% increase to the city's hotel license tax, which would have funded the renovation and expansion of the Springfield Expo Center into a convention and event center. With 58 of 58 precincts reporting nearly 58% of voters opposed the tax increase, according to uncertified election results from Greene County Clerk's Office, the tax measure failed by a wider margin than it did in November, when 52.56% of voters rejected a similar proposal. As soon as it became clear that the tax measure would not pass, City Manager David Cameron told reporters at the Bush Municipal Building that the convention center project is likely dead. There's not a path forward at this point because it required that 3%, Cameron said. In a phone interview with the Springfield Daily Citizen, Mayor Jeff Schrag also acknowledged the project is dead. We respect the decision of the voters and that this was not the path they wanted to take. There is a graphic showing the results of question 1 of the 58 out of 58 precincts, with yes having 5,468 votes and 42.13% backing, and no having 7,511 votes with a 57.87% backing. At 7:30 p.m., Greene County Clerk Shane Scholler estimated county-wide voter turnout at around 11%, lower than anticipated but higher than the 7.12 voter turnout in the November 2025 election. In response to public feedback collected following Collected following the November vote through community survey and series of listening sessions hosted by Cameron, the city added a sunset provision to the ballot language, which would have expired the increase after 35 years. The previous measure would have made the increase permanent. The article is broken up by a picture of someone checking in to their local voting station, where there are three election judges: Carol Zablocki, Jane Schnubs, Scarlett McLean, and Steve Sexton. Carol Zablocki is notably not in the picture, but mentioned as she was there, as they assist someone checking in at the Orchid Crest Church. While the ballot language for the two tax measures was otherwise largely the same, the city also attempted to address feedback by providing additional details about the project, including by confirming that the project would involve the renovation and expansion of the city-owned Springfield Expo Center on the adjacent vacant parcel, which is also owned by the city, disclosing that Populous and Crossland Constructions, selected through request for qualification issued prior to the November election, would serve as the project's architect and construction manager at risk respectively, commissioning Populous to create preliminary renderings to illustrate what a completed project would look like, which were revealed on March 19th. PACs spend nearly $100,000 supporting April iteration of hotel tax measure. Despite the city's effort to address questions and concerns surrounding the project, Springfield voters reasserted their opposition to the convention center in Tuesday's general municipal election. While some of the same groups endorsed both versions of the tax increase, including the Springfield Area Chamber of Commerce and the Springfield Hotel Lodging Association, there was little active campaigning for or against the previous proposal. This time around, supporters spent nearly $100,000 between 3 different political action committees advocating for a yes vote through commercials, mailers, signage, speaking engagements, and mass texts highlighting the potential benefits of a new convention center. Meanwhile, Springfield Tenants Unite, an influential civic group that advocates for safe and affordable housing, encouraged voters to reject the hotel tax increase in an effort to compel the city to prioritize housing. Despite the outcome, Chirac said he was grateful that voter turnout was higher for the April election than it was November. I think people turning out is always a good thing, Chirac said. There is a photo of Springfield City Manager David Cameron as he speaks with the media. It is a side profile of him as he is facing reporters to talk to them on April 7th, 2026.
He seems to be wearing a
He is wearing
suit, a gray suit with a
He's
white
wearing a
undershirt.
blue suit.
Oh, a bluish gray from my perspective.
I think it's because of the way it's a navy blue suit.
Yeah, it's blue. It's gray. It's not completely. Sorry.
It's okay. While Cameron did not speculate on why a larger share of voters rejected the revised tax measure compared to the previous proposal, he said the results are a resounding reflection of what he heard during the listening sessions. The city should prioritize its core services. What I hear in the vote is the same thing that I heard in those listening sessions. We want you to focus on the core functions that serve us first. Bless you. Cameron said, and I think that's important.
Thank you.
And I think that's important, but I will safely say that part of that has already been initiated, and we are going to put a lot of effort into those efforts. Friends of SGF, one of the PACs that advocated for the tax measure and spending more than $42,000 doing so, issued the following statement Tuesday evening. While tonight's results was not what we hoped for, we are grateful to the many community leaders, business leaders, labor organizations, and public safety professionals who came together to support the convention center. This campaign was built around an opportunity to create jobs, attract investment, and strengthen our local economy. We appreciate the voters who took the time to learn about the proposal and participate in the process. Springfield is a strong and growing community, and we remain committed to working together on opportunities that move our city forward.
Does it say what SGF means?
Springfield.
Oh, okay.
3% tax increase was projected to generate $407 million over 35 years. The proposed convention center and events center draws on the recommendations of the market demand and feasibility study conducted by Hudden Partners, Chicago-based consulting firm specializing in destination real estate and tourism. The 205-page study recommended a facility with 125,000 square feet of event space, including a 65,000 square foot exhibition hall, a 30,000 square foot ballroom, 14,000 square foot junior ballroom, and 60,000 square feet of meeting space in an outdoor plaza, which the city planned to create through the renovation and expansion of the city-owned Expo Center at 635 East St. Louis Street into the adjacent vacant parcel.
Wow.
As proposed, the project was estimated to cost $175 million. Among other recommendations, the study called for 900 to 1,200 connected parking spaces and 400 room-connected hotel affiliated with a major hotel chain, which the city has said would be privately funded. The feasibility study also identified several short-term, cost-effective strategies for improving the performance of the Expo Center. While the city is open to exploring those options further in the wake of Tuesday's vote, Cameron said those discussions have not taken place. Had it been approved, the tax measure would have increased Springfield's hotel tax from 5% to 8%, an overall tax rate on sleeping accommodations, including the base sales tax rate from 13.1% to 16.1%, not including any additional taxes in special taxing districts. The hotel tax is imposed on lodgings at hotels and short-term rentals such as Airbnb and Vrbo. There is another photo of an aerial view of the Expo Center as it currently is. It is during the daytime. It has the Expo Center on the left and the open parcel, the land beside it, as well in the photo. The tax increase would have provided a critical funding source to the convention center project. Specifically, the city was planning to use revenues from the increase along with existing hotel tax revenues to cover the debt service on the $145 million in bonds over 30 years. At a 5.25% interest rate, the debt service on $145 million was estimated to reach $318,256,688 by the time of its retirement in 2057. Meanwhile, revenue from the hotel tax increase alone were expected to exceed $407 million by the time it sunsetted at the end of 2061, nearly $89 million more than the estimated debt service. This is based on a number of assumptions, including that the proposed facility and connected hotel would open on January 1st, 2029. The hotel tax would grow at a rate of 4% annually. The facility would generate 80,000 new room nights per year by 2032. While the proposed convention center was estimated to cost $175 million, Cameron previously indicated the property acquisition cost could push the total closer to $205 million, depending on whether a $30 million state budget or earmark was released by Gov. Mike Kehoe. Both Kehoe and city leaders indicated that the outcome of the April 7th vote, among other factors, would contribute to the governor's decision. As required by the state budget earmark, the Springfield City Council previously allocated $30 million in matching funds from Spring Forward SGF sales tax, passed by voters in November 2024, per the recommendation of the Citizens Advisory Board. Cameron said the funding would go back to the Citizens Advisory Board for reconsideration. Mayor, it was a good investment. However, the city's already incurred expenses related to the project and associated elections. Because the tax measure was the only item on the ballot in both elections, the city has borne the full cost of holding them, which amounts to about $230,000 each. For the April election, the city spent $6,143 on its education campaign, including the cost of mailers and bill stuffers. In addition, the city is contracted with Populous and Crossland Construction for pre-design and pre-construction services, capped at $375,000 and $60,000 respectively. Asked if he thought the money put toward the project and associated elections was spent well, Schrag said he did. There is a photo of Springfield Mayor Jeff Schrag as he speaks to the media in an orange shirt with the Springfield logo at the top left corner of where his breast pocket would be. He sits in front of a City of Springfield logo as well. I continue to believe that we should build a convention center. So yes, I believe anything we did towards the endeavor of the convention center, it was a good investment, Shrek said. But you know, what I'm reminded of is any time in my life when you have a project for your employer, you did your best, you turned it in, and they say, no, we're not going to do it that way. Whenever you were rejected in school, that's how I feel right now, is I put my heart in the project, and it was rejected. So you have two choices. You can get up and move on, or you can lay down and quit. I don't believe in laying down and quitting. I do believe the dialogue was worthwhile. The investment was worthwhile because I believe in the project. And if I was wrong, all right, I just move on. Although it would ultimately be up to the city council, Cameron said he does not anticipate city will put forward another hotel tax measure in the foreseeable future, nor would he recommend doing so. Why it was brought up the second time was to listen and learn, but also just to recognize there was still an opportunity for us to capture that $30 million in state funding. If we were able to get voters to support a second time, Cameron said. All right, that is the end of that article.
Right. Microphones all good?
Yes,
Cause,
it's okay.
yeah, little intermission at the beginning.
It's okay. Just keep reading.
Next article is from, excuse me, Ozarks First. The title says, "One more dry day before storm chances return." And this is posted by Jamie Warrener. And it was posted and updated on April 8th of this year at 5:57 p.m. This nice run of spring weather has a little more gas in the tank before we get to the next unsettled stretch of weather. Great. I can't describe this photo the right way.
So tonight, the expectations of the weather are going to be in the mid-50s and the mid-50s, while tomorrow the expectation for weather is going to be slightly cloudy with upper 70s and low 80s to be expected.
We're looking at a beautiful night followed by another beautiful spring day Thursday. Temperatures will continue to creep higher, but humidity levels will remain low. There will be an uptick in cloud cover with the skies becoming partly cloudy during the afternoon.
There is a graphic displaying warm and cold drafts alternating up and down through Missouri, causing the change in temperature and humidity level. It says that they'll be isolated, can you scroll up please? Isolated afternoon severe storms on Friday. There are 3 different graphics projecting the potential future forecast of where these storms would go through Missouri, as it would be moving from the northwest corner down to the southeast corner.
Additionally, there's another panel below the 3 panel pictures, and it shows most accurate forecast, a forecast on Friday following the weather in Missouri, right?
Yes, and it has a mix of
Rain, clouds, and partly sunny.
Yes, the upper part of Missouri will deal with more rain than the lower part, as it will be mostly cloudy and sunny, with the temperatures ranging from the lower 70s to 80s.
A front stalled near I-70 will make its way into southern Missouri by Friday afternoon and will start the day with a band of scattered showers to the north, gradually building south into southern Missouri by Friday afternoon. The Storm Prediction Center puts southwest Missouri and northwest Arkansas into a marginal risk for a few hailers. Hailers? Basically a hailstorm.
And strong wind gusts, I would assume so.
But chances for that look remote, meaning slim.
How about we keep reading?
Yes, chances for that look remote. Generally, we are looking at some heavy downpours, lightning, and possibly some small hail and stronger storms. Oh, I get it. Remote means barely. Like less likely.
Here, how about we keep reading?
However, a spotty shower or thunderstorm will remain possible near the front Friday night, with the front lifting north during the day Saturday. This will take focus for the scattered showers and thunderstorms north back to into central Missouri Saturday afternoon. This will also open the door for some sunshine and warm temperatures across much of the area Saturday afternoon. There's another weather panel that shows Ozarks first, weekend forecast. Saturday shows showers shifting north with a high, with the temperature being up in the high 80s and the low 50s.
So it's going to only, the high that is projected is 81.
And 57 is low. And on Sunday, it'll be showers moving through with a 73 in the high section and a 63 in the low section of temperature. It's temperature talk, basically. A wave of showers and isolated thunderstorms will move through on Sunday. This will make for a cloudier and cooler day. There's another weather panel called Unsettled Pattern. Monday through Wednesday, it shows a diagram of Missouri. It shows a diagram of the U.S. with Missouri being fully in orange, as there's words that say strong storms possible early next week, with a panel that says centered on Tuesday to Wednesday, all severe modes possible, and heavy rainfall likely. And
The strong storms possible early next week is moving from Texas up into Michigan. So it is moving upwards and diagonally through the United States.
with Missouri being fully covered.
Yes.
The active pattern will take it up a notch early next week as a trog. What's a trog?
Here, how about I tell you afterwards? We just keep going.
Okay. Next week, as a trog in the west gradually shifts east, which will also introduce severe weather patterns to the pattern. This will introduce severe weather ingredients to the pattern. Monday, however, may be rather cloudy with some afternoon sunshine, pushing temperatures into the upper 70s and low 80s. Much of the area will likely stay dry throughout the day. Storm chances may begin to increase from the west to Monday night. There's another weather panel that shows the weather the next 7 days. It says 1 to 3 inches of rain possible, with Springfield, Oklahoma City, and Wichita mostly in the green, and Kansas City, a tiny bit of it is in the yellow. The article ends with most of the severe weather risk appears to be centered around Tuesday into Wednesday, and there may be multiple waves of storms that could produce severe weather along with heavy rainfall. The storm threat should shift east by Wednesday afternoon, bringing quieter weather, which will briefly slip into the end of next week. Another unsettled stretch of weather will develop the following weekend, continuing into the following week.
All right.
That's it for that article. Stay dry out there, guys.
From the Springfield Daily Citizen, Logan Rogersville voters approve of $24 million bond for new agriculture center. Classroom renovations and expansions are also part of the construction list. District to start work soon inside Upper Elementary. Article written by Joe Hadsall. There is a photo of the potential agriculture center as it is being developed. Photo by Joe Hadsall. Voters in the Logan Rogersville RA school district approve on Tuesday, April 7th, a $24 million bond issue that will fund several construction projects across the district. Across the district, 3 counties, the measure passed with 64.35 approval from voters, because of Missouri law, the bond issue requires 57.1 majority for approval.
Sorry.
It's okay. 57.1% majority for approval. Superintendent Rocky Valentine said that the district is ready to start working on the list of projects. The district will add years to the term of its current debt levy, currently 93 cents per $100 assessed valuation, without increasing it. We appreciate and are grateful for the support from our community, Valentine said. This was the third phase, so this is ongoing from 2019 and 2022, and now this year. We're excited, and we know it reflects some trust and support that we have in our community. A significant majority of voters, enough to meet Missouri's larger majority requirement, voted yes on the measure. Greene County, 305 to 126, or 70.77%. Webster County, 270 to 161, or 62%. Christian County, 127 to 86, or 59.62%. The key project in the bond issue is a construction of an agriculture center at the district's high school, located at 300 North Missouri Boulevard in Rogersville. Other projects called for renovating classrooms at the district's upper elementary and middle school, and adding classrooms at its middle school.
I just had to look up what trog meant. Basically, it means heavy rainfall.
It's okay. The district also plans to replace HVAC units across the district, upgrade the upper elementary's playground and walking track, build a new storage and maintenance center, and improve parking lots and traffic lanes at the middle and high schools. Valentine said this third phase of construction will position the district well to handle steadily rising growth, and work will start soon. First on that list is tackling renovations at the upper elementary, a building at 300 South Mill Street that houses grades 4 through 6. We traditionally host our summer school at the building, Valentine said. We are not doing that this summer, so that we can jump into some projects right there that we want to get done and have ready to go by August. Voters in 2 of the district's 3 counties also voted against measures that would have frozen property tax increases. The measure was related to Senate Bill 3, which was signed by Gov. Mike Kehoe in 2025. Webster County rejected it 1,800 to 1,366, or 56.85%. Christian County voters also rejected it 5,286 to 4,866, or 52.07%. Greene County voters were exempt from posting the question on the ballot. Officials with school district and fire district expressed concern that the matter could have been devastating to providing expected services. Valentine said the school district placed its priority on the $24 million bond issue. On Wednesday, he said he appreciated communities in both counties rejecting the measure. Stratford approved $16 million bond issue. Voters in the Stratford RV1 school district also approved a $16 million bond issue, dubbed Proposition KIDS. The measure authorizes Stratford School Board to borrow $16 million to fund facility improvements identified in the district's long-range master plan, including expanded and upgraded learning environments, improvements to the Max Evans Gymnasium, Indian Plaza athletic areas, and the auditorium with enhanced accessibility and updated public use features, a new accessible playground at the elementary school, improvements to the agriculture building, instructional spaces, reconfigured parking and traffic flow as needed, and other repairs and improvements to existing district's facilities. That is the end of this article. Here you go, Madison.
Next article is from Good News Network. This is by Andy Corbley, and was posted today, April 9th. And it says, planting 30,000 trees surpasses goal for regenerating a rainforest on the Isle. I am so sorry.
Isle.
Oh, Isle with an I.
Mm-hmm.
Isle of Man. The article starts with a picture of volunteers celebrating the tree planting progress. And it seems that Graham Makepeace Warren took this. Wait,
Yep.
did I pronounce her name right? Wait, is it a guy?
It's probably a guy.
Oh, I'm sorry. Some.
It's okay. Just keep going.
Anyway, the article, the picture shows what I said to be, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19,
Might be
20.
better to say a group of volunteers.
I'll just say about 30 people.
We're not sure of that number, but there is a larger group of volunteers.
There's definitely more than 10 is what I was getting at.
Awesome. Do you want to keep reading?
Anyways, 3 years ago this month, GNN reported that a UK land trust had set the goal of reforesting a 70 acre Celtic rainforest on the Isle of Man. 30,000 trees later, the effort
Exceeded.
expectations and finished ahead of schedule. The budding rainforest instead stretches 100 acres across an area called Craig E. Cohen, owned by the Manx Wildlife Trust, which owns 3 properties for the sake of conservation.
Conservation.
Okay, so I said it right. All right. Temperate rainforests are one of the rarest kinds of ecosystems worldwide, and in the UK, or United Kingdom, are found in Wales on the Isle of Man and a few other locations. Not MTW, I meant MWT, or Manx Wildlife Trust, Chief Executive Graham Makepeace Warren, spoke with the BBC about how best to categorize the ecosystem, describing something akin to the forests of the American Pacific Northwest. He said, temperate rainforests can be described as plants growing on plants growing on plants. Plantception. It will take plants going on plants growing on plants. That's wild. It will take around 50 years for the trees to reach the level of maturity where that lush
Microclimate.
can be seen, a date too far off for some of the volunteers, many of whom brought their children with them to show them what they had hopefully secured for their
Posterity.
To plant 30,000 trees in 3 years in incredible work, our volunteers should be really proud of that, Makepeace Warren said. I love the idea of them coming back with their kids when it's a proper woodland that they can enjoy. That's a lovely idea. Makepeace Warren said he believes it will take far less than 50 years for cattle and sheep to be welcomed back into the rainforest. Unlike our image of domesticated cattle out in a field, the native bovid
species
on the British Isles was a woodland animal which enjoyed scratching itself on trees and sheltering from extreme temperatures. Many of the UK's plant species evolved to rely on the downstream effects of the cattle's presence, such as hitching a ride for their seeds on the animal's fur. Craig E. Cohen was included in the UK's Temperate Rainforest Restoration Program, which aims to reforest these ecosystems. reforest these ecosystems where they are found across the British Isles. And this project is led by the National Wildlife Trust and funded with a mixture of public and private money up to $52 million. Future sites, as GNN reported in 2023, could include the peak and slopes of
Welchmore
in North
Gwynland.
Wales. That's it for that article.
From the Springfield News-Leader, Northside residents call for more incentives to redevelop Kearney. Article written by Marta Mies. Kearney Street has long been in need of redevelopment, and while a new version of a 2018 plan seeks to renew efforts to incentivize development, both city leaders and Northside residents are urging the city to go beyond the same efforts that have failed to result in meaningful change in nearly a decade. The original redevelopment plan, approved by Springfield City Council in 2018, covered 3.5 miles of Kearney Street between Albertha Avenue and just east of Glenstone Avenue, and sought to use property tax abatements to encourage investments into the corridor. However, only 7 projects have occurred under the plan, 6 at the intersection with Glenstone, and the remaining 1 at the other end of the corridor, with no meaningful redevelopment in the middle section. There is a elevated view of East Kearney Street looking west, taken on Monday, June 23rd of 2025. It shows a mostly open road with only a bus and a car driving toward the camera.
That road is so smoothly paved that it's so satisfying. It's smoothly paved. Yeah.
City staff presented a new version of the same redevelopment plan, which expired in 2023, to Council at its Monday, April 6 meeting. Changes to the meeting have been minimal, primarily adding to the list of excluded uses that are not eligible for tax abatement. These included adult-oriented uses, outdoor storage, homeless services, payday loan shops, and single-family residences. The new plan would add head shops, smoke and vape shops, and junkyards to the list. At the Monday meeting, Council voted to amend this list to also exclude marijuana dispensaries for tax abatement in a 7-1 vote. Mayor Jeff Schrag was the only one opposed to the addition, and Councilman Abe McGoll was absent. Matt Schaefer, Assistant Director of Economic Vitality, said single-family homes were excluded to further the goal of commercial redevelopment in the corridor. These exclusions are not prohibitions of these uses along the corridor, but mean that these types of developments cannot take advantage of the tax abatement offered to the plan. Other parts of the redevelopment plan were nixed, such as landscaping, building material, and curb cut requirements, instead referring to the new development code's design standards. Councilman Bruce Adebiatsi said during public input sessions the building requirements were noted as being too costly to make tax abatements worth it for developers before, and the standards of the new development code still achieve quality designs without being too onerous. Calls for additional incentives. While these adjustments are being made to renew the redevelopment plan for another 5 years, the incentive options are not changing or expanding. Councilman Brandon Jensen urged city staff to consider new ways to attract redevelopment instead of dangling the same carrot it has for years. I would think that it makes sense if we've been doing the same thing for 13 years, and we haven't seen the type of redevelopment that maybe it justified taking a more active stance, possibly to do a demonstration project or assist with land assemblage, he said. I would like to see staff feel empowered to be more creative with some of the solutions that you're bringing to the table. There is another photo of East Kearney Street looking west on Monday, June 23rd, 2025. The street is significantly busier, with cars going both ways down the road and businesses on either side of the road, though the image is not clear enough to name these businesses.
Hang on. I think I recognize one. Oh. I was saying it looked like a Salvation Army building or something. I don't know.
There's no Salvation Army on that side of town. Speakers addressing council Monday night made similar comments. Mona Piran, Woodland Heights Neighborhood Association board members, said she was disappointed in the lack of progress the original redevelopment plan achieved. It really pains me to see what the north entry to our city is like. It's not a street that I'm proud of, she said. It changed, but it didn't improve. Becky Voles, also of Woodland Heights and chair of the Neighborhood Advisory Council, raised concerns about the frequency and tight proximity of the same types of establishments, such as car washes and car service shops. She said there is a significant momentum in the north side to make the redevelopment successful, including park improvements, the reopening of the Jefferson Avenue footbridge, and rollout of the Neighborhood's Work Plus program. In order to see true progress, Russ Goslin, CEO of Elevate Lives, said Kearney Street needs a clear vision that can be pursued intentionally. He said he hoped the city's efforts do not stop with the plan and suggested options like matching grants for small business owners and recruiting types of desirable businesses with more purpose. If we only remove blight, we get incremental change, but if we define what Kearney Street corridor is meant to become, we can create real transformation, he said. If we get this right, it won't just improve a road, it will change how an entire part of our city is experienced. City Manager David Cameron said city staff are looking into additional proactive ways to seek out redevelopment, and council can expect proposals to come forth in committee in the future. I think this is the start, but creating a whole new catalog of opportunities in our economic incentives is something that we're going to look at moving forward, he said. The public hearing on the amendment to exclude marijuana dispensaries from the incentive will be carried out over to the next meeting on April 20th, when council is also expected to vote on the entire redevelopment plan. And that is the end of that article.
You're good with articles.
You are too.
Speaking of articles, next one is sponsored content from Springfield Daily Citizen. It features
Do you want to read the title?
But what do I say? Who it's from?
How about you read the title?
Dickerson Park Zoo opens a new and improved bear boardwalk, and it's from Dickerson Park Zoo themselves. And this was posted 2 hours ago. First off, the article starts with an aerial view of the boardwalk. What area is this on? I've never been in here in a long time.
It's an aerial view of the boardwalk inside the zoo that overviews the forest area.
And this photo was taken by Dickerson Park Zoo. I haven't been there in a while.
It's okay. How about we keep reading?
All right. For more than 4 years, the journey through Dickerson Park Zoo, Springfield's most exotic 1.2-mile walk, has been a rather
Arduous?
Okay, one. On November 10th of 2021, the Bear Boardwalk in North America section of the Dickerson Park Zoo was closed due to structural
It's okay. Deterioration.
The old boardwalk was all wood and had to have repairs throughout the years, but it had reached the point where it was deemed unsafe. Oh yeah, that does. The previous boardwalk, continuing the article, it shows a picture of the boardwalk, and the title says, the previous boardwalk was made of wood and deemed unsafe in November of 2021, and this photo was taken by Hamby Construction LLC. Like I said before, the picture is of the empty boardwalk as sun is streaking through the trees. There's nobody on it. The wood looks rotten, and there's a bunch of leaves covering the sides. A zoo spokeswoman, Joey Polwell, said, "Our staff, and especially our zoo members and guests, have been very patient. We have had so many people ask, when's it going to be open? And we didn't really have an answer until about a year ago." In March of 2025, the Springfield City Council approved $580,000 in carryover funding for a new boardwalk and construction by Hamby Construction LLC began. From demolition to completion, the entire project went very smoothly and only took a year to complete. We've had signs up for the past years asking guests to bear with us. A new boardwalk is under construction, and to get to the other side of North America, please go through tropical Asia. So it's been kind of weird geography. Geography, said Powell. Bear with us. The Swift Foxes have been off exhibit during construction, but guests could still see the bears. However, the new boardwalk, among many improvements, includes expanded viewing of the bears and the Swift Foxes. Aww. The article continues with a picture of a black bear. I know he's not actually smiling at the camera, but it looks like he's smiling at the camera with his tongue out. He's curled up on a log, and I just want to pet him so badly. The article says Dickerson Park Zoo cares for 2 rescued black bears, Yona and Lil Bear. This photo was taken by Christina Rizzo. That black bear looks so fluffy.
Do you want to keep reading?
I am. Other improvements include a covered gazebo, drilled concrete piers with sealed fabrication, and special features under the boardwalk to help the keepers and the animals in their care.
I want to use the scroll.
The article shows another picture of what I talked about just a few seconds ago, as it shows a new covered gazebo providing shade and protection during the rainy days, and is a new welcome feature for Dickerson Park Zoo, which is almost all indoors.
Outdoors.
I said outdoors.
You said indoors.
Yeah.
It's okay.
This photo was taken once again by Hamby Construction LLC, and like I said before, it's a picture of a gazebo. I don't see many animals in the background, but the exhibit looks...
The gazebo is raised off the ground so it can look out through the exhibit, and while it does have fencing, it is not completely shielded in, so it allows a closer look at the exhibit.
Right. There are 2 large private holding spaces and an additional holding bay for medical purposes, plus a new water line to the Swift Fox exhibit, said Powell. Guests often ask about water, but every animal has a fresh water supply, and many are not visible from the guest's path. Yes. Dickerson Park Zoo hosts several day and evening events between April and November. The opening of the new boardwalk right as event season kicks off is ideal. We have already had people renew memberships or become friends of the zoo members since announcing the Bear Boardwalk construction is completed, said Powell. We're thrilled to go into our 2026 event season with this incredible improvement to a 103-year-old zoo. Wow. While the boardwalk is open to the public, a grand official opening celebration and ribbon cutting ceremony is scheduled for April 14th at 3 p.m. Ooh, I might want to go see that.
Let's keep reading.
I don't have to read anymore because the article ends with a picture of the new boardwalk, which will allow guests to walk through the North America section of the zoo and see swift foxes, black bears, bald eagles, bobcats, and otters from the boardwalk. And it looks pretty well clean. The fence is made out of black metal, and there's like wood pillars and an overhang. Sky's a little bit gloomy in the background.
You got it.
Yeah. And yes, this photo was taken by Dickerson Park Zoo. As for that article,
From the Springfield Daily Citizen, letter. When copay assistance doesn't count, sick Missourians pay the price. Missouri Senator Travis Fitzworth, Our Hold Summit, is sponsoring Senate Bill 970. Article written by Citizen. The article starts with a photo of a Cox North ambulance as it sits outside the emergency room department during a mid-September evening. Photo by Ellie Freistack. Article itself written by Jamie Thomas, a citizen of Springfield. For many Missourians living with chronic or rare illness, the biggest barrier to care isn't a lack of treatment, but the cost of accessing it. The Missouri legislature has the chance to act now to pass Senate Bill 970 and protect patients from harmful insurance practices known as copay accumulator programs. These programs exploit a simple idea. Put that down, and then right there. When patients receive financial assistance to help cover the cost of expensive medications, the assistance should count towards their deductible and out-of-pocket maximum. Under copay accumulator policies, it doesn't. Instead, insurers accept the assistance, which is often thousands of dollars, paid on a patient's behalf. As it stands, insurers can refuse a credit to it toward what the patient owes. As a result, patients are suddenly responsible for the full cost of their deductible, often leading to unexpected bills in the thousands. Insurance companies are essentially double dipping. This practice doesn't just strain budgets, it puts lives and livelihoods at risk. Patients facing serious conditions like cancer, multiple sclerosis, or other chronic conditions depend on consistent access to medication. When costs spike unexpectedly, many are forced to delay or abandon treatment altogether. More often than not, there is not a generic option available. I know how critical that access can be. In my early 30s, I was diagnosed with a rare and severe form of multiple sclerosis. My condition required aggressive treatment, and even with insurance, my out-of-pocket costs were staggering at around $8,000 per treatment. MS treatment is extraordinarily expensive, with disease-modifying therapies often costing between $57,000 and more than $100,000 per year. Total direct medical costs can exceed $65,000 annually, making it one of the most expensive chronic conditions to manage. Like many patients, I was offered copay assistance from a drug manufacturer to offset the mounting cost of the care I needed. The assistance made treatment possible and ultimately helped me recover. If that support had not counted towards my out-of-pocket responsibility, I could have faced even greater financial strain at a time when my only focus should have been survival. SB 970 offers a clear and fair solution. It would require that any payments made on behalf of a patient, including copay assistance, be applied toward their deductible and out-of-pocket maximum. In simple terms, it ensures the financial help actually helps patients, not insurance companies' bottom line. This is not a partisan issue. It is a matter of basic fairness and patient protection. No Missourians should be penalized for accepting assistance that makes life-saving treatment accessible. Today, I'm healthy, raising my children, and contributing to my community. Access to treatment made that possible. Too many patients are still one policy loophole away from losing that same chance. Missouri lawmakers have the opportunity to close that loophole. By passing SB 970, they can ensure that patients get the full benefit of the assistance available to them, and that no one is forced to choose between their health and financial stability. And that's the end of that article.
Next article follows a similar situation, but completely different. I'll explain in a minute. This is from Springfield Daily Citizen, and it's from Brian Fogel. Families find comfort home in Ronald McDonald House. This was by Brian Fogel.
Mm-hmm.
And it was posted on April 8th. Grinnell.
The Grinnell family.
The Grinnell family faced a scary emergency helicopter ride
Do you want to describe the picture? We'll read this later.
Yeah. It shows a man holding a baby. The man is wearing a green T-shirt with brown and white stripes on the edges, and he's also wearing earrings. He's sitting on a couch. He's got a watch, a tattoo of a bear, and he's holding a baby with a little bow in her head, and she's wearing a
matching green
dress with a lacy skirt with flowers printed, and she's smiling at her daddy. Like I said before, the Grinnell family faced a scary emergency helicopter ride for mom and baby from Mountain Home, Arkansas to Springfield 2 years ago. Nearly a week later, their daughter, Annalisa, was born prematurely at 30 weeks and 3 days. She spent 8 weeks in the NICU. Oh, poor kid. Photo was provided by Ronald McDonald House. I know how that feels.
Here, Madison, let's keep reading.
Being premature.
I know,
yeah.
Madison. Remember, no personal comments. We're gonna.
I'm sorry.
You got this.
Recently, Ronald McDonald House Charities of the Ozarks, or RMHCO, celebrated 38 years of serving families of seriously ill and injured children who are in our local hospitals undergoing care and treatment. They are part of the international organization that first opened a Ronald McDonald House in Philadelphia in 1974. I meant 1974. Can you imagine?
It's okay. Keep going.
In 1974, and now has 1,000 programs in 60 countries. The article continues with a picture of a superhero-like scenery poster in the background with a child with a pink cape and matching boxing gloves with a dark bluish purple t-shirt and purple striped pants. She's got glasses on, she's got an earring on, she's making a scrunched up hero face, she's posing for the camera like a superhero. And it says Ava and her family are from Missouri. They stayed at Springfield's Ronald McDonald House program each time Ava required hospitalization during her 2.5 years of treatment for acute
lymphoblastic
leukemia B cell. She, quote, rang the bell after completing treatment in May of 2025. And this photo was provided by Ronald McDonald House. Good for her. Nice. Our local affiliate has been led since day one by Bonnie Keller, who was one of the most respected nonprofit executives in the region. She was there when it was but an idea for Springfield, and today, where we have 2 Ronald McDonald Houses serving both Cox and Mercy hospitals, as well as the Tooth Truck, which provides much needed dental care. Bonnie shared, not me, she didn't share this with me. The article says Bonnie shared with me this poem that was written to explain their why. So who is Bonnie talking to with me? Like
the author of the article.
Okay, all right. There's a difference between someone who stops by and someone who stays. Visitors come to say hello. They check the time. They park in short term. They arrive with balloons, cards, and carefully chosen words. They smile, hold hands, maybe cry a little. And when visiting hours are over, they go. Family's not a visitor. Family stays. Family stays in every hard conversation, every impossible decision. They don't glance at the time. They lose track of it. They sleep in chairs, in cars, in hallways. They miss work. They miss paychecks. They miss meals. they put their entire lives on hold just to be close to the one who needs them most. At Ronald McDonald House, we believe no family should have to choose between being there for their child and having a place to stay. So we give them more than just a room. We give them rest, warmth, a hot meal, a shoulder. We give them something that feels like normal, even when nothing else is. Because when a child is in the hospital, family stays, and we stay with them. That was really sweet. That was a really sweet poem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can you keep reading?
I'm good. Serving families of sick children for 38 years, Springfield's first Ronald McDonald House on Primrose Street can help up to 14 families every night. This photo was taken by Gail Babcock, Architectural Image Works.
Do you want to describe the photo?
It's a picture of, it's not a Ronald McDonald House, it's a...
So the Ronald McDonald House of Charity it's not a McDonald's. It is a place for families to stay. This is a lodging for individuals with people in the hospital so that they can, they have a comfortable place to stay as they're getting treatment. This is a brick house that is quite large and has its own parking lot.
With a pretty sunset above.
Mm-hmm.
Before my own retirement as a nonprofit executive, Bonnie was a peer whom I was consulted often on best practices. In working with hundreds of nonprofits in my former capacity and now teaching about them, I sector along on passion for their mission, but often lacking in capacity in their organizational requirements. Bonnie excels at both and shared with me policies as varied as
Succession.
Planning to emergency continuing operational plans that we use to help with our operations and planning. She also successfully transitioned from a founding board that helped more as volunteers to a more traditional governing board needed with a mature organization. She shared me a story early on how the founding board spent hours on deciding which paint schemes to use in building that first house in 1988. Governing boards don't do that. Her energy, vision, and experience continue to lead RMHCO today.
There is a picture of the inside of the Ronald McDonald House at Missouri Hospital that has been serving families for over 13 years. It has the Ronald McDonald House logo on a brick wall next to an entrance door into a service area.
And there's a TV hanging on the wall too.
Would you like to read the description of the picture?
Yeah. The 10-bedroom Ronald McDonald House at Mercy Hospital has, yes, been serving families for 13 years. In addition to overnight stays, the house helps daily overtime families who benefit from all services from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. And this photo was provided by Ronald McDonald House. Since their founding nearly 4 decades ago, they have served over 17,000 families from 48 states and 10 four-region countries, with some stays just for a few days and some for months. Their website is chock full of stories from families who have helped or who have been helped. I found this one especially
Poignant.
Huh?
Poignant.
Our daughter was born with
hydrocephalus.
and was diagnosed with a deliberate
Debilitating.
and fatal disease. I was discharged from the hospital as a massive snowstorm hit, so my husband and I could not get home. We were separated from friends and family at Christmas. Oh no.
Keep reading.
And we did not know what our daughter's fate would be. The Ronald McDonald House became our home for the holidays. We will never forget the profound kindness that was extended to us. I awoke on Christmas morning to see my baby's first Christmas gifts ever sitting under the house's tree. My daughter had been diagnosed with a fatal illness, and I wondered if these gifts would be her last. Our lives are forever changed by the love extended to us from strangers. Imagine our relief when we learned the fatal disease was a misdiagnosis and the
Hydrocephalus.
healed on its own. Thanks to Ronald McDonald House for adding to our Christmas miracle and profoundly impacting the rest of our lives. I wonder I wonder just how differently that holiday would have gone without RMCHO, as their why said family stays. And they didn't have to worry about where, how, and how much. They could focus solely on their special daughter. The other main program of the RMCHO is the tooth truck. Our region periodically does health assessments, and I remember decades ago, lack of accessible dental resources and access to them was identified as a huge critical need. About 70% of dentists in the area do not take Medicaid patients due to low
Reimbursement.
rates, and tooth decay is the single largest chronic disease among children. Research shows nearly 80% of it goes untreated, with children living in poverty. There's a side picture of school nurse Kelly from the Hartville School District as she's sharing the custom-made book for the tooth truck's Healthy Smiles activity called Academy. It's called Decay Dragon's Healthy Smile, and it's a daily toothbrushing program for children. Since 2011, this prevention program has been proven to impact healthy habits as kids brush alongside their classroom peers. This photo was once again provided by Ronald McDonald House. Fortunately, the leadership of RMCHO responded to the need and debuted the mobile tooth truck in 2002. Since that time, they have served over 31,000 children through 66,000 dental appointments free of charge. If you're interested in learning more or helping, their website lists volunteer activities as well as ways to support financially to offer their services for families and children in need free of charge. They need widespread community support. Bonnie shared with me that although the new children's hospital associated with Cox and Mercy will mean so much to families in our region, it will also increase demand for their own services. She also mentioned that the pandemic impacted their strong volunteer base and they would welcome more to help in that realm. Fortunately, Springfield and the Ozarks has always responded because they know that
It's a typo. They know that they provide
so much more than just a room at a time when they feel the most vulnerable.
All right. We are currently broadcasting live from the Blind Community Thrift Store situated at 2713 North Kansas Expressway in Springfield, Missouri. For additional information about our store, please visit our official website at www.blindcommunitythriftstore.com. To explore more of our video content, including movie reviews with Matt and Meredith, adaptive technology training videos, and other informative material, please visit our YouTube channel by searching for Blind Community Thrift Store. Our organization is dedicated to supporting the blind community through various initiatives, and our online platform serves as valuable resources for community engagement and education. Next, from the Springfield Daily Citizen, Torch Electronics agrees to suspend slot machines in Missouri after criminal probe. Torch will suspend operations beginning Friday, April 10th. The suspensions follows a criminal investigation by the Attorney General's office. Article written by Ryan Collins. The article starts with a photo of a close-up image of the Torch Electronics logo on a
some sort of machine.
What is called an amusement device.
A what? I'm sorry.
It's okay. The two options next to the logo are take a ticket or to pay for it. Torch Electronics, the largest maker of slot machines known as video lottery terminals, agreed to suspend all operations across Missouri, according to a Missouri Attorney General press release. Torch will suspend operations beginning Friday, April 10th. The suspension follows a criminal investigation by the Attorney General's office. Torch has notified customers to stop all operations of the slot machines by April 10th, according to the release. Torch's agreement to proactively halt these operations signals clearly that there has never been a gray market, Missouri Attorney General Catherine Hanway said in the press release. While this is a tremendous step forward for Missouri, our office will continue to investigate and seek enforcement action against other operators, manufacturers, and retail stores facilitating this illegal activity. Rapid Roberts removes Torch devices. Litigation ongoing. The photo shows the photo that breaks up the article shows. Oh my goodness, I apologize. My brain just gave up on that.
Wait, let me see.
A virtual slot machine in the Rapid Roberts lobby.
I thought those were gambling machines.
That's the same thing.
Oh. Yeah.
In the Rapid Roberts convenience store off of Republic Road and Fremont Avenue in Springfield, Missouri, Tuesday, January 21st, 2025. Photo by Shannon Kay. The Missouri Attorney General's office announced in February that it was involved in a state and federal investigation surrounding the machines, commonly referred to as video lottery terminals, or VLTs. In March, the office filed 2 felony counts of first-degree promoting gambling against a Greene County convenience store for allegedly housing 12 Torch machines. The city of Springfield banned no-chance gaming devices in February 2024, but enforcement of the ordinance has been complicated by ongoing litigation involving Torch. Torch has sued the city multiple times over the ordinance, as have Torch customers like the convenience store chain Rapid Roberts. A spokesperson for Torch did not return a phone call seeking comment. A lawyer representing Torch did not return a phone call seeking comment. The city of Springfield declined to comment due to pending litigation, a spokesperson said in an email to the Daily Citizen. The city confirmed that there are hundreds of citations pending in municipal court. Rapid Roberts sued the city last year for not renewing its business license because of the slot machines in its stores. Torch machines were still accessible in the convenience store chain locations across Springfield. In late March, Rapid Roberts removed the machines in at least 10 stores. The removal came at the heels of a press conference held in Springfield by the Attorney General's office and a number of agents, where Hanaway announced the first criminal charges against a Greene County store that allowed VLTs to operate. Like Rapid Roberts, Torch Electronics also sued the city for not renewing its business license. Torch filed the lawsuit in early 2025 in Cole County Circuit Court. In October 2025, the judge sided with the city in the first judicial ruling on Springfield's ban on VLTs. That ruling affirmed the city's right to deny a business license based on a gaming machine ordinance. Torch filed an appeal to the decision. That is the end of that article.
Next article, as for the last article I read, kind of ties into the next one, as this article is from 417 magazine, and it talks about family-friendly weekend road trips from Springfield. easy road trips within a few hours of 417 land and can't miss stops along the way. This is from Taryn Shore McKee. It was posted on April 8th.
The sound.
Oh, my leg's shaking. Sorry.
Just shaking the chair. If you move your foot a little bit forward.
Yeah. First off, the article starts with a father looking out the window with a camera as his two kids are also looking out the window, making a pose for the camera. And there also seems to be a silhouette of somebody in the reflection of the car doors, possibly the mother, also taking a picture of the kids as the dad is taking a picture of the kids in the car. Sometimes a change of scenery doesn't require a plane ticket. Sometimes it just requires a full tank of gas and a loose plan. Within a few hours drive from Springfield, you'll find major cities, small towns, and outdoor-focused escapes that are easy to reach and even easier to enjoy as a family. Several of these ideas take you out of state, but many keep you right here in Missouri. Consider this guide as your starting point, with a handful of tired and true road trips, plus local tips on the best pit stops and places to stay. First off is Bentonville, Arkansas. It's 97 miles from Springfield, and it's a 2-hour drive. Bentonville checks all the
Proverbial.
boxes for an easy escape with thriving art, outdoor and food scenes, and plenty of free attractions. Exhibit A, the free world-class Crystal Bridges Museum of American Art, a few minutes away. The momentary leans contemporary with rotating exhibits, outdoor installations, and occasional concerts, some free, some ticketed. Downtown, the Walmart Museum is more engaging than you might expect, and kids love the retro candy in Walton's 5 and 10. Walton's 5 and 10?
It's a store. Do you want to keep reading?
Oh, okay. Haven't heard about that place.
It's okay. Do you want to keep reading?
Outdoors, wander Osage Park, where floating boardwalks wind through wetlands next to Thaden?
Battenfield.
You can also play pickleball, fish, or paddle Lake Bentonville, yes, and let your pup run off some energy in the dog park. Dog park.
It's okay.
Plus, watch planes take off and land. Ooh. For an easy hike or bike ride, head to, is that a C or is that a G?
Where you Kohler Mountain Bike Preserve.
About a mile in, you'll come across the one-of-a-kind open air airship coffee, which you can't reach any other way. Ooh. Pit stop. Stop for a pick-me-up in tiny
Monet.
At Chamba Pan.
Mm-hmm.
This El Salvadoran
Mm-hmm.
bakery serves fresh pan dulce, pupusas, oversized cookies, and strong coffee served in fun can style cups. Where to stay? Short-term rentals are everywhere in Bentonville and make a strong case for families with more with more space, a kitchen, and room to spread out. If you prefer a hotel, 21C Museum Hotel blends art and design with spacious rooms and a walk to everything location. Second is Ponca, Arkansas. Ponca, am I saying that right? It's a 2-hour drive, and it's 99 miles from Springfield. Deep in the heart of the Ozarks, Ponca is perfect for outdoorsy, active families. Here, kids, and heck, adults. That's what it says in the parentheses. Trade screens for river shoes and campfire sticks without hesitation. The main attraction is the Buffalo River, but it certainly isn't the only one. Families can choose their own level of adventure by booking a float or rafting trip with Buffalo River Outdoor Center. Options vary from a few hours to multiple nights on the river, and the company also offers a zip line billed as Arkansas's only wilderness zipline experience. On land, hike Lost Valley Trail, an easy, family-friendly favorite leading to waterfalls, bluff shelters, and even a cave. For older kids or more experienced little hikers, the trek to Hemmed
Hemmed-in Hollow Falls
pays off with a towering 210-foot waterfall, said to be the tallest between the Rockies and
Appalachians.
Keep your eyes open for elk and more exclusive black bears while you're out there too. Pit stop. This is the perfect excuse to stop at Swan Valley Brew Co. in Forsyth, which is a laid-back mix of coffee.
Of a coffee shop?
It's a coffee shop with laid-back mix of
A laid-back mix of a coffee shop and flea market.
Okay. Oh, so it's a building into two, like.
Just keep reading.
So a mixture, okay, where you can browse, sip, and stretch your legs. Yeah, that's what I thought. Where to stay? Buffalo River Outdoor Center has a number of cabins throughout the area, accommodating.
You're fine.
Accommodating
Mm-hmm.
everything from couples to groups of 12. There's also an RV park with loads of amenities, or you can opt for one of the Nationals Park's more rustic river campgrounds. Third one? Am I on the third one?
It's okay, just keep reading.
Kansas City. It's a 2-hour and 40-minute drive. It's about 165 miles from Springfield. Big. There's too many big words today.
It's okay. Perennial.
Busy and packed with options. Kansas City is a go to getaway. For Springfield families. Union Station is the perfect jumping off point where the incredibly intricate model train gallery alone can hold attention, both kids and parents, far longer than you'd expect. Right around the corner, Crown Center is a destination in its own right. Legoland, Discovery Center, Sea Life Kansas City Aquarium, and beloved Fritz Railroad Restaurant. Wait, I think I went there before.
It's
That
okay,
place is
keep
cool.
reading, remember?
Oh, yes. The name is literal. A miniature train station system runs along tracks overhead, delivering burgers, fries, and milkshakes to each table. From there, head to the interactive college basketball experience. Even non-fans get pulled in thanks to shooting challenges, time drills, and full-body exhibits that make it feel more game-like than a museum. The pit stop is just about halfway stop.
It's okay.
a halfway stop at
Osceola.
Cheese Co., where you can sample one of the nearly 300 cheeses alongside wild game jerky and sausage and browse the gift shop. Just across the street, the Amish Trading Post is also worth a stop. Bring a cooler for all your goodies. Where to stay? For a built-in
itinerary.
Book a night or two at Great Wolf Lodge, Great Wolf Lodge, Kansas City. The indoor water park is, of course, the main draw, but extras like an arcade, themed suites, and family dance parties mean you won't need to plan much beyond showing up. Tulsa is a 2-hour and 45-minute drive, about 180 miles from Springfield, where you can sit along Route 66, where Tulsa delivers an easy but rewarding weekend with just enough quirk to keep both kids and parents engaged. The city's art decor. The city's art decor architecture gives downtown a distinct personality and a fast-growing, surprisingly dynamic food scene means you won't be stuck with chicken tenders, though you'll find those in all sorts of
iterations.
Too. The Gathering Place, a massive park alongside the Arkansas River, should be high on your list. Kids can climb, slide, and splash through the 5-acre Chapman Adventure Playground, while parents will appreciate the gardens, walking paths, and on-site dining. There's even free boat rentals and a skate park. For families with older kids who can comprehend the historical significance, carve out time for the Greenwood Historic District, once known as Blackwall Street. This neighborhood tells the powerful story of the Tulsa Race Massacre. Today, it's a vibrant arts and cultural hub. A pit stop there, you can get your fill of classic roadside. What?
Kitsch.
At the Blue Whale of
Catoosa.
The Golden Driller statue and Buck Adams Cosmic Curios.
Yep.
2 20-foot tall cowboy muffler men statues, Buck and Stella Adam, stand Sensual outside Buck Adams, and the surrounding Meadow Gold District provides endless photo ops. Where to stay? Ideally located in the Greenwood District with several valuable perks, the Holiday Inn Express and Suites Tulsa downtown is a top choice for family. Walk to almost everything and enjoy a free breakfast, parking, plus an indoor pool. St. Louis is a 3-hour and 15-minute drive, and it's 215 miles from Springfield. Want maximum payoff with minimal planning? St. Louis delivers. You could spend an entire weekend bouncing between icons and major attractions, many of them free, starting with Forest Park. Here, the spectacular St. Louis Zoo, St. Louis Art Museum, and Missouri History Museum are all easy to mix and match, and yes, are free. From there, head downtown to the Gateway Arch where you'll ride to the top or just let kids run around the base. Either way, don't skip the museum and gift shop, both robust and immersive. Speaking of immersive, the City Museum is in a category of its own. It's a misnomer, more playground and art installation with tunnels, slides, and climbable structures that reward curiosity and, admittedly, a little bravery. Sports fans can also catch a game most of the year, whether it's Cardinals, Blues, or City CS, City CS, Blues, or the Cardinals. Food is, of course, also part of the experience in the Lou. LOU. Wander the Hill for Italian bakeries, markets, and St. Louis style pizza. Classical barbecue spots like Pappy's Smokehouse and Stellar Hog delivers different takes on the city's signature food. A pit stop there where you can stretch your legs in Cuba, which is a classic Route 66 town with 15 detailed murals. Grab a map at the visitor center. Just down the road, snap a photo in front of the Route 66 Red Rocker, which is a 42-foot roadside attraction that once held the title of the world's largest rocking chair. You can stay at Drury Inn and Suites, St. Louis Union Station, where it puts you steps from Union Station worth visiting for its soaring Grand Hill, aquarium, and Ferris wheel. Plus the free parks, not free parks, I meant perks. Plus the free perks, hot breakfast, and even an evening kickback with snacks and drinks go a long way with families. Alternatively, Hampton Inn and Suites St. Louis at Forest Park puts you close to the zoo and museums. Last one is Topeka, Kansas. It's a 3.5-hour drive, 220 miles from Springfield. It's easy to underestimate Topeka, which is exactly why it works so well as a family weekend. What you'll find is a capital city packed with unexpectedly engaging stops that lean equal parts educational and fun. Start at Gage Park, home of the Topeka Zoo, a mini train vintage 1908 carousel, and Kansas Children's Discovery Center, where kids can climb, build, dig, and explore exhibits, and a sprawling outdoor play area. The veterinarian clinic is a standout, as are the traveling exhibits. During our last visit, there will be a live bee exhibit with daily demos. The Kansas Museum of History is excellent also, showcasing the state's colorful history with a frontier-era covered wagon, authentic Cheyenne teepee, an 1880s train, and a complete 1950s diner. A pit stop there, turn of the century Dina Rose Children's Farmstead in Overland Park, Kansas, southwest of Kansas, offers quintessential farm experiences where you can pet cute animals, bottle feed baby goats, fish from a pond with a cane pole, and watch a blacksmith's demonstration, and more. You get to feed baby goats there. Finally, where to stay here? Most of Topeka's hotel offerings are on the west side, clustered along I-70 and 470. Many come with family-friendly amenities like complimentary breakfasts. I meant just breakfast.
It's okay.
Or all suite rooms. That was a tough one.
From the Springfield Daily Citizen, University of Missouri purchases Jack Henry building for Springfield Medical School expansion. Jack Henry & Associates Incorporated listed the 77,000 square foot property in summer 2025 and at the time expected it to sell for far more than $10 million. Article written by Ryan Collins. The article starts with a photo of the entryway into Jack Henry's. It has the Jack Henry sign at 3725 East Battlefield with 3 flags. The Missouri flag, the American flag, and then the flag for the facility. The University of Missouri, MU, has purchased a 77,000 square foot building on Jack Henry Springfield campus off of East Battlefield Road. The university purchased the property located at 3737 East Battlefield Road with the intent to use it for the School of Medicine's expansion. Christopher Ave, Director of Media Relations and Public Affairs, said on April 7th. More details of the property acquisition and the School of Medicine's expansion will be released later this year. The building off of Battlefield Road already features the gold and black MU logo on the door along with Mizzou. A Daily Citizen reporter observed university memorabilia inside on the ground floor on April 7th. MU purchased the 4.8-acre property in November 2025, according to Greene County Assessor's Office records. The property was appraised at $11.3 million and is owned by curators of the University of Missouri. Jack Henry constructed its Springfield campus in 2010. Building sale was expected to fetch more than $10 million. There is a photo of the entrance to the building that has the Mizzou logo on it, as stated above. Jack Henry & Associates Incorporated listed the 77,000 square foot property in summer 2025 and at the time expected it to sell for more than $10 million, according to previous Daily Citizen reporting. The financial tech company has moved to a hybrid work environment allowing for more remote work, which has resulted in less traditional office space needed. Jack Henry declined to disclose the financial details of the transaction. The property was subdivided and assigned separate addresses as part of the sale. Kristen Fisher, Director of Real Estate and Facility Management, said in April 7th email, MU School of Medicine is an organization whose mission and commitment to service align well with Jack Henry's value and long-standing dedication to making a positive impact on the community, Fisher said. Jack Henry welcomes MU as a neighbor and views the university as a strong complement to the campus environment. School of Medicine program expansion. There is a photo of the Springfield Clinical Campus. It shows the side of the building that is half window, half brick, with the logo MU, Springfield Clinical Campus, School of Medicine, University of Missouri Health, Cox Health, and Mercy. This photo is provided by Ellie Freistack. The University of Missouri has a clinical campus in Springfield for its medical doctor program, located at 1845 South National Avenue. In late 2025, the university announced that it planned to expand the program and the Springfield campus into a full 4-year medical program, according to previous Daily Citizen reporting. The building the university purchased from Jack Henry will be used as part of the School of Medicine's expansion. The school has previously only hosted 3rd and 4th year students, but expects to welcome its first class of first-year students in 2027 at the expanded facility. The University of Missouri is looking to double its output of physicians in Springfield with an expanded campus. With the approval of this plan to expand instruction at our Springfield campus, we will more than double the numbers of medical students enrolled there and prepare the next generation of rural healthcare providers. University of Missouri President Mun Chow said in a press release announcing the expansion. The expansion would allow students to start their pursuit of medical doctorate in Springfield. The nearly 22,000 square foot property that currently houses MU's School of Medicine is owned by Greystone Core Properties LLC, according to Greene County Assessor's Office records. MU does not own the property that houses the School of Medicine. Greystone Core Properties is registered to a bent up of Springfield, according to Missouri Secretary of State records. Jack Henry still owns 30-plus acres for Springfield campus. There is a photo of the northernmost building on the Springfield property, located at 3737 East Battlefield Road. It is taken from the parking lot, and it has a brick exterior against a open blue sky. Jack Henry will continue to own and operate the southernmost building on the property, located at 3725 East Battlefield Road. The building, with about 86,000 square feet, just underwent renovations that wrapped up in late 2024, according to previous Daily Citizen reporting. The financial tech company also owns the surrounding land that make up the campus. MU purchased 4.8 acres within Jack Henry's scenic 36-acre campus. Fisher said in the email, both organizations have already begun building a cooperative relationship and look forward to working together as good neighbors and contributing to the continued growth and vitality of the community, Fisher said. And that is the end of that article.
And stretching feels nice.
Okay, keep reading. Got this.
Yes. 417 Magazine is the next article that I'm going to read. Here are more things to do this week in Springfield, Missouri. 'Cause I did read an article about this one before, but this is for everybody.
Do you want to read who wrote it?
Taryn Shore McKee posted yesterday. Photo courtesy of Mother's Brewing Company. It shows a clear view of someone holding a glass of beer or alcohol, whatever, and in a glass cup that says the logo, Mother's Brewing Company, with the heart logo, and it's got the truck.
The Mother's truck
Out
for
of
catering events,
yeah.
parked right behind.
I hope everyone had a great Easter weekend. Whether you brunched, hunted for eggs, the plastic stuffable kind, or the increasingly exclusive Cadbury mini eggs, or just enjoyed a little extra time outside, I managed to sneak in an overnight family camping trip and a very quick 46-hour trip to the Grand Canyon. Oh, I've been to the Grand Canyon before too.
It's okay.
Beautiful there. Highly recommend, yes, even on a super tight timeline. Fun fact, despite ours being uber famous, Tidbit's year-long
DeBay's year-long Tisongo Grand Canyon
is substantially bigger, 2 miles deeper and 30 miles longer. Here at home, the calendar embraces spring's anything goes energy. This week brings a little bit of everything. A bourbon tasting with the Springfield Symphony Orchestra, a candlelight concert, Comic-Con, and a lineup of festivals making the most of Springfield. Hello, Baker Creek Flower Festival. You'll also find stand-up comedy, a sing-along brewery brunch, and easygoing ways to spend your Saturday afternoons. Whether you're celebrating a birthday week or chasing live music or just winging it with whatever sounds fun, there's plenty going on to keep things interesting. Starting off Thursday, April 9th to April 11th on Saturday, Urinetown the Musical will be at the
Atos
Center for the Performing Arts. It's $15 to attend, and it starts at 7 p.m. where you'll watch the story of a water shortage, a corporation with far too much power, and the young man who sets off a rebellion in this hilarious
satirical
play. Set in the future, the show puts politics, capitalism, and modern ideas on display. On Thursday, April 9th, the Bourbon tasting hosted by Springfield Symphony Orchestra is $150 to attend. Only 21 and up or older are allowed to go there, and driver tickets are available for $25. And this event starts at 5:30 p.m. The Springfield Symphony Orchestra will provide a soundtrack for this special night out at Brown Derby in the old Frisco building. Each ticket includes a welcome cocktail, 5 Bourbon samples, hors d'oeuvres, and
charcuterie.
On Saturday, April 11th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bear with me. There's 5 things going on in April 11th. First one, second Saturdays on the lawn at Springfield Art Museum. It's free. starting at 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. All ages are welcome to drop by Springfield Arts Museum Hatch Lawn for a morning of free immersive art and wellness activities. Sign up for a yoga session with the Wellness Collective, play yard games, try gesture drawing, listen to live music, or volunteer to clean up Fast Night Creek. Bring a long chair, blanket, or yoga mat. Sing-along brunch at the Mother's Brewing Company. It's $15 to attend, starting at 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. There, DJ Foch leads this event full of, quote, general debauchery. Sorry. Expect games, mimosas,
mimosa beers,
and of course, lots of music. Sing or simply watch, but tickets include a brunch buffet. Not buffet, I meant buffet, and individual microphones. The microphones is air quoted. Anyway, Cherry Blossom Kite and Piñata Festival at Springfield Botanical Gardens. It's free, starting at 11 a.m. to 5 p.m., where you'll celebrate Springfield's relationship with our sister cities,
Osaka, Japan,
and
Telecupacu,
Mexico, at this fun outdoor cultural event. Bring your own kite to fly or buy a $5 kite kit to build one yourself. Kids can break piñatas and make their own mini piñata poppers. There's also live music and performances, plus a market with Japanese and Mexican snacks and souvenirs. Candlelight, tribute to ABBA, and more at the Stone Chapel at Drury University. Prices range from $40 to $56.50. $40 to $56. Where you can enjoy this fun ABBA versus ABBA versus Queen show as a string
quartet
plays some of the most beloved tunes from both legendary bands, all by candlelight. By actual candlelight? That's cool.
It starts at 8:45 p.m.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that part. I'm excited for this one. Missouri Comic-Con at Ozark Empire Fairgrounds. $30 single day and $50 weekend. Starts at 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. On Saturday, and 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. to Sunday. Did I say it right? There, you can don your best cosplay to meet some of your favorite characters from movies, comic books, TV, anime, and more. Attend fan panels, Q&As, gaming sessions, and shop vendors. All right, finally, Sunday, April 12th, 2 places you can visit there. First off, the place she makes at Christ
Episcopal
Church. It's free, and the event starts at 6 p.m. It's all about women composers at this free Queen City
chorale
concert. The concert, quotes, honors the voices of women composers who, though. Finally, Baker Creek Flower Festival at Baker Creek Heirloom Seeds, Mansfield. It's $10 to get there, and kids under 17 are free. This event starts at 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. There, the annual Spring Flower Festival is one of the prettiest times to visit Baker Creek. More than 300 varieties of tulips, daffodils, and other flowers bloom all over, and you can listen to live music, drop in on master gardening talks, and shop over 150
Booths.
vendor booths.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And that's the end of that article. From the Springfield Daily Citizen, Christian County voters reject property tax credit after schools, fire districts warned of funding challenges. Ahead of the April 7th election, Christian County schools, fire districts, and programs like Senior Service Fund stated that the tax credit could create funding challenges. Article by Zoe McIntyre. The article starts with a photo of Ann Evans, Lloyd Wales, Andre Swoop, and Dr. Lori Wilson as they participate in a public forum hosted by the League of Women Voters of Southwest Missouri about the potential impacts of Senate Bill 3 on services in Christian County on Thursday, March 26, 2026. At OTC Richwood Valley Campus in Nixa. Photo by Jen Wilson. Christian County voters rejected a proposed property tax credit for residents at Homestead in Tuesday's April 7th general municipal elections. The credit would have effectively frozen property tax rates on primary residences in Christian County at the 2024 rate. Taxing entities such as schools, fire districts, and the Christian Community Center, the Christian County Senior Service Fund, and Board for the Developmentally Disabled warned the tax break would have flattened their revenue as the county continues to grow. There's a graphic of Senate Bill 327 of 27 precincts reporting of yes votes being in 4,866 with a 47.93% approval rating, and a no being 5,286 votes with a 52% and 52.07% approval rating. Voters said no by a narrow margin, with 52.07% going against the measure, according to preliminary numbers from the Christian County Clerk's office. Easton Commissioner Bradley Jackson said the proposal was a tough decision for many voters, and confusion about the ballot language may have also played a role. I think the taxing districts did a very convincing job of getting the message out to everybody, he said. Nobody wants services to be diminished, but everybody wants a little bit of a tax break as well, so kind of a tough decision for a lot of people. Then you factor in the people that may not have understood the actual intent of Senate Bill 3. Senate Bill 3, signed by Gov. Mike Kehoe in June 2025, required some Missouri counties to propose an effective freeze on homestead property tax rates, and required other counties to propose a cap of 5%. Several counties, including Greene County, were exempt from offering the tax credit. There is a graphic of the Southwest Missouri counties' property tax proposals. Greene County is one of 17 counties that are exempt from proposing a cap on property tax increases. Christian County and several other counties south of Springfield must propose a freeze. The ones that must propose a 0% cap on increases or a freeze are Barton County, Dade County, Lawrence County, McDonald County, Berry County, Storr County, Christian County, Taney County, Ozark County, Douglas County, and Webster County. Those with the 5% cap on increases are Vernon County, Cedar County, Polk County, Dallas County, Jasper County, and Newton County, and those that were exempt were Greene County, Lackadale County, and Wright County. Graphic provided by Zoe McIntyre. The Ozark School District, Ozark Fire Protection District, and Christian County are among dozens of plaintiffs in active litigation over the legislation. According to the lawsuit, the tax credit is a special law that violates the Missouri Constitution in multiple ways. Programs that provide essential services were worried about impact. There's a photo of Chief of the Ozark Fire District, Jarrett Metheny, as he talks about the potential impact the Senate Bill 3 would have on his district and citizens of Ozark. It's a photo of him sitting at his desk in his office as he speaks to the reporter. Photo provided by Ellie Freistack. Administrators for Christian County schools and fire districts previously told the Daily Citizen that they were concerned about keeping up with competitive wages for teachers and personnel. Schools and fire districts in neighboring Greene County will not see a revenue impact from the same tax credit. Ozark Schools estimated that it would have lost $1.8 to $2.3 million in revenue in the first year and up to $10 million in revenue by the end of the 2028-2029 school year, if voters had determined homestead property taxes should be frozen at the 2024 rate. Ozark Fire Chief Garrett Matheny, said the tax credit could have impacted response times and insurance ratings in the surrounding area if the fire district struggles to retain personnel and replace apparatus and equipment. Christian County will not need to grow staff. On April 7th, Jackson stated that Christian County did not want to put the tax credit proposal on the ballot due to concerns that the court would find it unenforceable and the proposal would be a futile thing. Although the homestead tax credit would not have significantly impacted the company's revenue, it would have created additional expenses for the county. Jackson said the county would likely have needed to hire 2 or 3 additional staff to support the assessors and collectors' offices if the tax credit was approved. Christian County recently terminated at least 2 employees amid a sales tax revenue shortfall. The presiding commissioner stated that many departments in the county are working leaner due to budget constraints. The bright side, I guess, for the county is without Senate Bill 3 in place, we don't have that necessity to put on additional staff to process all the paperwork, so that helps out a little bit, he said. I still think we need to figure out somewhere that we can put together some kind of tax relief to our citizens in the state of Missouri that doesn't necessarily grow the government. That is the end of that article.
Alright. Not sure if this will be the last one. I don't know.
Do you want a really short one?
Sure.
Read this one.
Alright, last article, 2 incumbents among trio elected to Ozarks School Board. This is by the SBJ staff, posted online yesterday, April 8th.
Yes.
Voters in the Ozarks School District retained 2 of 3
Incumbents.
on the Board of Education in yesterday's election. Amber Bryant and Matthew Grocock were the top vote getters in a contest that saw 5 candidates vying
For 3 seats.
Bryant earned 24.5% of the vote, and Grocock earned 20.5%, according to unofficial results from the Christian County Clerk's Office. Also elected was Cindy Baker with 20%. Incumbent Christina
Tonsing.
came in 4th with 18%, trailed by Patrick Sullivan at just under 17%.
It's okay, just keep reading.
It is a second term for Bryant, who was elected in 2023 and is current president of the board. Grocock was appointed in 2025 to fill a
vacated seat.
according to a past Springfield Business Journal reporting. According to a past SBJ reporting, Bryant is Human Resources Director for the Christian County government. Grocock is President and General Counsel of PMA Holdings LLC, and Baker is a licensed professional counselor and the owner of Touchstone Counseling LLC.
Thank you for listening to the Blind Community Thrift Store radio reading service. Tune in every week, Monday through Friday, on the Blind Community Thrift Store YouTube channel at 10 a.m. for more up-to-date news from Springfield News-Leader, Springfield Daily Citizen, Springfield Business Journal, and 417 Magazine. Listen after we are live on the Audio Reader Network at www.reader.ku.edu. All broadcasts are played over KSMU subcarrier airwaves at 67 kilohertz on 91.1 from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Contact Audio Reader Network for information on receiving a pre-programmed radio. I'm Savannah.
And I'm Madison.
And I'll see you next week.
Yeah.